Good morning, everyone. This is Kunale. Today we are going to read today's Murli. Today is 9th July 2026. Let's start. Morning Murli Om Shanti Bab Dada Madhuban. Sweet children, the Father, the Lord of the tree, has placed the omens of Jupiter over you. You are now going to the world of the imperishable happiness. Question: which children experience the imperishable omens of Jupiter over them? What indicates this? The children who renounce all their bodily relations while alive have the faith that they are souls. Those whose intellects have such faith are those with the one who experience the omens of Jupiter over them. It is of them that it is remembered. If you want to know about superstitious joy, ask the gopis and the gopis. Their happiness can never be disappear. Song Salutations to Shiva. Om Shanti, you children heard the Father's praise. Today is called the day of the Lord of the Tree, the day of the omens of the Jupiter. It is the day that it is called Thursday, the day of the Guru. It is not that the day of the Guru, but the day of the Satguru. In Bengal, people believe in this a great deal. The seed of the human world tree is remembered, and this is why he is called the Lord of the Tree. He is the seed and also the Lord. The seed of the tree is called the Father. The tree emerges from him. This is the human world tree, and it seeds it up above. You children know that you have the imperishable omens of Jupiter over you because you are now receiving the imperishable self-sovereignty. The golden age is called the imperishable land of happiness, whereas this iron age is called the perishable land of sorrow. This land of sorrow is now to be destroyed. That land of happiness is imperishable. It continues to half a cycle and it is established by the imperishable Lord of the tree. You children note down these points for those you do service. These are the main points that have to be explained at the exhibitions because human beings don't know anything at all. Truly, this is the knowledge. The Father who gives you this knowledge, the confluence at the confluence of the new world and the old world, and it is then it disappears. Deities don't have this knowledge. If they don't have this knowledge of the cycle, they won't enjoy the kingdom. Even now, you have this thought after claiming our kingdom. Are you going to reach the same condition again? However, this drama is predestined. The cycle has to turn. The history and the geography of the world are repeating. You children know that you how they repeat. This is the human world tree. You have the tree of the incorporeal world in your intellects. Everyone's action is separate. These things would never be in anyone else's intellect. These things are not written in any of the scriptures. Originally, we souls are residents of the land of peace. We are imperishable and are never destroyed. They believe that each bubble emerged from the water and will merge into it again. You have this the whole secret of in your intellect. Souls are imperishable and their whole hearts are recorded in them. This knowledge of the cycle is not mentioned in any of the scriptures, although they do show a swastika in some place. They simply draw lines and circles to show that there was many religions. The Father has explained that explained there are four main religions and religious scriptures. Neither are there any religions established in the golden and the silver ages, nor are there any religious scriptures there. All of them begin in the copper age. Just look how so much expansion takes place there. Acha, when was the Gita spoken? The Father says, I only come at the confluence age of the cycle. They have removed the world cycle and said that I have come at the confluence of every age. In fact, at no other confluence are there any religions established. It isn't that the religions of Islam was established at the end of the silver age and the beginning of the copper age. No, it would be said that it was established in the copper age. There are the beautiful moments of the confluence age. This is called the Kumbha. The Kumbha at the confluence. The confluence age, they have the glorified names of the Gangas of water. They don't know the ocean of knowledge, the purifier at all. It is written in any scriptures now. He made the scriptures. He made the impure world pure. The Father now tells you, children, constantly remember me alone, renounce all the religions of bodies. To whom is he telling this? To souls. This is known as dying alive. When a person dies, all these bodily relationships are renounced. The Father says, renounce all your bodily relationships and have the faith that you are souls. Have soul conscious intellects filled with the faith. The more you stay in remembrance, the more you will experience the omens of Jupiter over you. Check to see how much you remember Shiv Baba. It is only by having remembrance that the rest will continue to be removed, and you will experience happiness. You souls realize your for yourself how much you remember the Father. If you remember Him less, only a little rust will be removed. There will also be less happiness experience, and the status you receive will be low. It is the soul who gives through the stages of Sato, Rajo, and Tamo. This praise refers to now. If you want to know about supersensuous joy, ask the gopis and the gopis. Only when you remember no one other than the Father will you mercury of happiness rise. We come to the omens of Jupiter, that is the omens of the Sadguru over you. Then, when this happiness disappears, it is said the omens of Jupiter have changed, and there are now the omens of others. Some very wealthy people speculate on the stock market and then go bankrupt. In Bharat, where there is an eclipse, it is said, make a donation and the eclipse will be removed. Your deity religion was 16 celestial degrees full. It is now eclipsed. When people experience the omens, they go in front of the deity idols and sing, you are full of all the virtues, we are cheats. You now understand, because there are the omens of the eclipse, that all have become ugly. The moon also wanes until there is just a line left. The Father explains, there are the images of few deities. The Gita is the religious scriptures of the original eternal deity religion. However, they don't have their own religion. They hold conferences for the religious heads. You can even explain that the God is not omnipresent. He is the unlimited Father. He comes here to give you the inheritance of His children. Sages and the holy men don't receive the inheritance. Therefore, how can they believe this? It is only you children who receive the inheritance. The main thing that you have to prove is that the God is not omnipresent. There is the birthday of Shiva. You can call it the birthday of Shiva or the birthday of Rudra. Rudra creates the sacrificial fire of this knowledge. He is Shiva. This is some sacrificial fire of the knowledge of the Gita through which the flames of the destruction emerged. You can see in a practical way how incorporeal Baba has created the sacrificial fire of this knowledge of Rudra. The corporeal one cannot do anything. This is an unlimited sacrificial fire into which the whole of this old world is to be sacrificed. All others are worldly sacrificial fire. There is a difference of day and night. The Father says this is a sacrificial fire of knowledge of Rudra, and destruction has to take place. When you become completely yogi and knowledgeable and pass fully, a new world of heaven will then be required for you, and hell will also have to be destroyed. The words, the horse is sacrificed for the sovereignty for our right. They are the sacrifice. They also sacrifice a horse. In fact, this refers to your chariot. There is also the story of the sacrificial fire of Daksha Prajapita. You children should now experience so much happiness because the Father, the Lord of the tree, is teaching you. We now have the omens of Jupiter over us, and our stage is very good. Then as you move along, you write, Baba, I have become confused. At first I was very happy, but I don't know what was now happened. To come here and belong to the Father is a great pilgrimage. When people go to the pilgrimage, they spend so much money. There is no question of donating anything here. You don't have to spend any money here. This is a physical pilgrimage, whereas yours is a spiritual pilgrimage. There is no benefit through physical pilgrimage. It is sung in the song, we went around in all directions and yet remain distant from you for birth after birth. You now understand how you must have gone in so many pilgrimages. People definitely go to the one place or another. They definitely go to the gangs of Haridwar, and they believe that the Ganga is the purifier. In fact, you are the true Gangas of this knowledge. Many come to you and are bathed in this knowledge. Baba has explained that there is only the one Sadguru. No one apart from the one Sadguru can be the bestower of salvation for all. The Father says, I come to the confluence age of every cycle, grant you salvation and make you worthy of worship from the worshippers. When you become worshippers and unhappy, only at this time do you know this. Our kingdom truly lasts for half a cycle, and then in the copper age we deities go into the path of sin. The path of sin begins when the kingdom of Ravan begins. There are signs of this. When you go to the temple of Jagannath temple, you can see images made of black stone there. Outside They have idols of the deities in the dirty posture. Previously, we don't understand what these mean. Vicious people look at them with vicious visions, and they would therefore think that even those deities were vicious. It is written that the deities went on to the path of sin. They have shown them in the costume of deities. When you go to the Dilwala temple here, one else understand all these secrets. Baba Chariot is very experienced. You children now understand and met him first. Sri Krishna is the first prince of the golden age. There must be also the father of Sri Krishna. They haven't shown very much about the Sri Krishna's parents. They have just shown that this father carried him in a basket of the head and took him across a river. They haven't shown the kingdom, etc. Why else? Why well at this time? What it was due to this that he received status higher than that of his parents. You understand, you were in the Sri Krishna's kingdom, you were in heaven. You then become part of the moon dynasty. In order to become part of the sun dynasty once again, we still follow Srimad and become pure, and then become the masters of the pure world. Each one of you can check your own stage. What will it will be achieved if you leave my body at this time. Each of you can understand this for yourself. The more you remember the Father, the more your sins will be absolved. When people experience any difficulty or sorrow, or they go bankrupt, they go and seek in the companies of sages. They would consider that person to be the devotee's person, that he wouldn't cheat anyone. Even such people become very wealthy in 2 or 4 years. They have a lot of money hidden away. Each one of you use your intellect to understand. Among you, there are also many of who remember Baba very little. This is why Baba says, if you want to benefit yourself, keep a notebook with you. Note down in your chart how much you remember Baba throughout the whole day. Some even write their whole life story. You just have to write your chart of the remembrance. There will be the benefit for you in this. If you don't remember Baba, you won't be able to claim a high status. If your sins haven't been absolved, you would have claim a high status. Punishment will be then be experienced. Those who don't experience punishment will claim a good status. Of what is what use it is to attain a low status after experiencing punishment. Make effort so that you don't experience punishment from Dharamraj and lose your honor. You can see that Shiv Baba is sitting here, but at the time there will be Dharamraj. You will be given visions of children you have done. Do you remember this? Now experience punishment. The punishment then experienced in the moment will be tough. It is punishment you have received from the birth after birth. What would be the benefit of receiving a small piece of chapatis at the end? No punishment would be experienced. Check your own state. People keep their account for 6 to 12 months. Some even write up their accounts every day. The father says, you two are businessmen. Scarcely any businessmen do business with the unlimited Father. Even if you don't have any money, you have your bodies and minds. He is also called the stockbroker. He exchanges everything you do. You give him your bodies, minds and wealth, and in return you receive such an inheritance for 21 births. Baba, I belong to you. How show me such a method that both the soul and my body becomes like Lakshmi and Narayan. Baba says, I am making you very beautiful. Your form changes completely. In the next birth, you will receive the first class body. You can see everything in paradise. You know that Mama and Baba will become Lakshmi and Narayan. The aim and objective are also shown. It now depends on how much effort you make. If you don't make full effort, you but create chaos. You would destroy your status. Acha to you, sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, the Bab Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to you, spiritual children. We spiritual children say Namaste, good morning and thank you to Bab Dada. Essence for Dharna: check your own stage, keep a daily diary for your own benefit and note down the chart of remembrance for that. Remembrance in that. Second, do true business with the unlimited Father. Surrender your body, mind and wealth to the Father and claim an inheritance for 21 births. Let your intellects have faith and benefit yourself. Blessing: may you be a conqueror of obstacles and triumph your obstacles by imbibing powers with the happiness. The children who know how to accumulate power become powerful. If you earn something one moment and immediately give it away and do not save any of it for yourself, you then have no power left. You simply have the happiness of sharing or donating. If you have the power as well as the happiness, you will easily be able to overcome obstacles and triumph over them. No obstacles will then create a disturbance in your love. Just as a sparkle of happiness is visible on your face, so the sparkle of power will also then be visible. Instead of being afraid of the adverse situation, it is a slogan. Consider them to be your teacher and learn a lesson from them. A Vyakti signals stay in the volcanic stage and experience powerful remembrance. In the last and the fast effort that remains is for the form of the volcanic form. The Yadavas were waiting because of the Pandavas. The stage of the elevated and the spiritual honor of the Pandavas will finish, and the diverse distressed situation of the Yadavas. Use your honor to give your distressed souls the blessing of peace and comfort. To be the volcanic form means to be understood the lighthouse and lighthouse stage and to continue to make that effort. Thank you and thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Om Shanti.